help but mismanage. Her vessel you left at a disadvantage. You could offer some remorse or at least a bandage. But that's not who you are. You run around collecting names and leaving scars, remaining ignorant to the significance of your part, of burning down all the bridges to her heart. So she puts her emotions where no one can find. Her words are few, and she ponders why. She always gets the shitty end of the stick, the equivalent of the last round pick. She bottles up what's inside, engulfed by pain, covered in pride. You'll have to be Houdini to unlock her again. She wants to settle the score, fuck a win. Now she's out to exact her revenge. Somebody's son will feel her rage to no end. On the souls of men, she will feast on binge. All they can do is watch her unhinge. To her, they're all guilty and deserve the pain. She will pick them off one by one and doesn't care to remember their names. The more they cry, the more she smiles. Their suffering is more than worthwhile. Until she stumbles across a person that validates her and makes her feel worth it. She lights the fire to flesh him out. He grins at her and just puts it out. He sees the real beauty under the beast. He peels back the layers to admire what's underneath. He can see what she's really made of. Hiding behind this beast is a woman that craves to be loved.
Wow. Wow, amazing.
Thank you.
So Sylvia, tell us who you are, where you're from, and tell us about your writing journey. What caused you to create that poem?
So first, my name is Sylvia. I'm from technically Hampton. I'm a military brat, really. But I spent the most time here in Virginia. And I've actually been writing since I was about 16.
Wow.
And here and there I would write. But I recently picked it back up probably about 3 years ago. And actually Ace is a good friend of mine. And he's been so encouraging. And we met at an open mic, and from day one, he was just like, yeah, just get up there, do your thing, do your thing. And so I've just been doing it ever since.
Wow, amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Next up we have Ace. Go ahead and bless us with some work here.
All right. Appreciate the shout out. Thank you. I'm gonna go. I think I might have done this one before, but it's definitely one of my favorites, and it's crazy how I think I wrote this in 2017, but it's still relevant.
Yes.
It's called Not You. Each time we cross paths, my nerves react incorrectly, checking my rearview mirror seconds longer to ensure you're not in pursuit, quietly telling myself this can never happen to you. To me, to you, yet when was this fact ever proven true? Highlighted by historic events, police brutality, murder in the cold blood, another Black life lost, it simply doesn't make sense. You see, I'm not from the streets, college educated. People have complimented me on what a fine young man I am, yet upon stepping foot outside, I'm merely a Black boy with too much pride, expected to continue to help Lady Liberty thrive, expected to remain silent and assume everything is all right. Wrong. Silence, no violence is the answer. We are living with the epidemic like in the cancer, interrupting our numerous trains of thought. I did not mention the lynching that occurred at Piedmont Park, Atlanta. You see, the answer lies in understanding, having conversations with friends and strangers alike. Disregarding such factors as age, race, social class, not important titles provide the so-called rivals in order to break through. Because every time we cross paths, Mr. Officer, Mrs. Officer, I just don't know what to do. I'm sitting there checking my rearview mirror seconds longer to ensure you're not in pursuit. Because this might happen to me. Truthfully, this has happened to me. But to my family, my friends, my loved ones, this can happen to you. Not you.
Wow. I love that. Every time you speak it, I love it. It's just so relevant still. We're in 2024. Wow. Okay, so we have a new poet on the show, and that is Mr. Chris Foster. Chris, welcome.
Thank you.
And you are up next.
Okay. All right, here we go. I find my rhythm, words flowing like a river, carving through stone, playing with words, playing with sounds, shaping meaning, creating a symphony, spoken words, words spoken, searching for a home. From my mind to your ears, wordplay for lyrical and poetic recreation. Let's break down the words phonetically, unapologetically. Recreation, an endless expanse of possibility, each syllable a note in the symphony of my soul, each metaphor a mirror reflecting the depths of my being. I play with these words like a child with a new toy, shaping them, molding them, breathing life into them until they take flight. An endless expanse of possibility, the power of words, the magic they hold. I shape them like clay for the souls to take hold. I play on, lost in the passion of creativity, engulfed in the endless wave of endless possibilities, louder than screams, where syllables can tear apart seams and verbs can spark revolutions unseen. The power of words is our greatest machine, seeds of change with the words we believe, because in the end, words are our greatest dream.
Wow. Wow. Amazing. So tell us, Chris, where are you from and what inspired you to write that poem?
I am from Boston, Massachusetts. I've been writing for, since 2010. And what inspired me to write the poem was just doing a Google search on spoken word poetry prompts.
Nice. Nice. Okay. All right. Great. Okay, so I have a poetry book from Clarice Annette Brooks. I'm gonna read a poem from her book, and it says, I have lived my life. When my morning sun rose, I knew early that I had miles to go before the set of my day, so I wasted no time defining my way. I gathered my strength and I learned how to stand. I learned to feed myself with my own two hands and to look at myself and maintain some self-pride. I learned to think clearly and to support the right side. I did not remain silent when sound needed to be heard. I took action fairly and I tempered my words. And I learned to let love in by opening my heart. Some who I have loved have remained, while some had to depart. But I have always wished well and held to no resentment. Godspeed to each soul was my life testament. And I danced to the music and I helped the choir sing. When I saw joy in your life, I joined in rejoicing. And I lent my shoulder just for you to cry. I never judged your feelings or made you tell why. You had your own mind and your own path to follow. To have forced you down my road would have made my soul shallow. So I allowed you to feel, to seek and explore, and to find your own joys and open your own door. I think this is continued. And I never forgot to say thank you and please, oh simple, God bless you. Upon hearing a sneeze, a friend or a stranger, I didn't care who it was, a woman on the subway or a man on the bus. Just a bit of some love to always send, because each stranger I met was a potential new friend. So it is okay to now to look at my night and for the moonlight to glow. Yes, it is okay now for me to go. You see, I was given this life for only me to mold, and I treasure it so for all to behold. And so that's by Clarice Annette Brooks. This book is amazing. She has a number of poems in here. The book is called Excuse Me While I Live My Life. And so I'll read a couple of those poems from that book. So next up, we have Miss Sylvia again. Go ahead and bless us with another one.
This one is called This Is My Skin. Pretty much everything I write is a personal experience or is to kind of help me get through something at a period in my life. So this one is actually one of my favorites. I remember when I didn't love the skin I was in, just trying to comprehend how anyone saw the beauty I held hostage because of my sins, fighting like hell, trying not to look like where I've been. Snakes all around me, hoping I never win, hiding my inner goddess so I don't offend those who haven't yet figured it out. I was suffocating from my self-induced drought. And I know that's not what I'm about. It's my season and I'm coming out. I'm casting away that overbearing doubt, unapologetically letting it all hang out, taking back my power and reclaiming my time. I see the vision, eyes wide open, the world can be mine. If you ain't riding for me, then get out of my way. I'm about my business and I ain't got time for play dates. Taking the time to get to know me, to appreciate and honor all the gifts the universe has bestowed upon me. If I retreat, it's done for my own protecting. My soul can't handle any more neglecting. I look at myself in the mirror every day. I admire every mole, roll, and curve because they're in the rightful place. I speak affirmations over my life, so I watch what I say. If I want it, it's already mine because my words will make a way. They say beauty is skin deep, and that couldn't be more true. I stopped giving energy to anything that doesn't increase my spiritual value. This skin will bend, but never break, stretching to accommodate the growing pains. Take a good look because soon I won't be the same. Like a caterpillar, I'll emerge from the cocoon, forever changed.
Wow. Amazing. I
Mm.
love that. I could relate to that.
Mhm.
Because I think as women, sometimes, you get to a point where you're fed up, you have to stand your ground. And it's that point of moving forward, even men too,
Mhm.
men have situations where they have to stand up and set those boundaries. And so it's at that point when you say, I'm done, I'm fed up, that's when the power starts, and you start gaining your self-love, your self-power back. So I love poems like that because they're a reminder of, for us to get back on track and not get caught up, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. Okay, Mr. Ace.
Yeah, that was a really dope piece. I like that.
Thank you.
Yes.
My piece is called September. You in my November, actually September. Finally got these splinters removed. Don't play my heart again and lost so often. Reckless, recollect when I was standing in our way. Stand for you, baby, monster, boombox and pom-poms. Our souls intertwined shine so joyfully, a wholesome we. Tainted by miscommunication and stalemates. No cheese on your plate. Why was I so self-degrading? Honestly, a brother was too faded. Matching and marching ink and donated wardrobe. The shirts are my favorite though. Just hold me like your favorite cold brewer and Mob Jack. Either bomb that, made me believe in love again. We probably should stay friends. Thinking love was a game with you, sports I'm through. Thinking love was a game with you, sports I'm through. Gone, September.
Wow. Wow. Love that. That's dope.
Yeah, appreciate it.
That's dope. So what made you pick September? Is it
I
just
don't know, I think this is the time of the year, the fall season, after the summertime, and that's, I don't know, it just kind of encapsulated everything, so it's kind of
yeah.
what fall
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah, that's a special time of year, right before the holidays. Either
Yeah,
you break up or you get somebody new, right?
yeah, I guess.
For real though, I mean, it seems like it's around that time where you're like, okay, getting close to the end of the year, you're either with it or not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. I love that. All right, Mr. Foster, you're up next.
Okay, this next piece is called As I Hear Music.
Mm,
As I hear music, this is what comes to mind. Observing life as it happens in present time. Piano keys, different melodies, both high and low tempo. Old time 1900s music playing by professional musicians, singers and songwriters, the foundation of creative expression in the urban community. Going to a fancy restaurant or establishment to, oh, wait a minute. Sorry about that.
that's okay.
Oh, here it is. Okay. All right. Let me start over.
Okay.
As I hear music, this is what comes to mind. Observing life as it happens in present time. Piano keys and different melodies, both high and low tempo. Old time 1900s music played by professional musicians, singers and songwriters. The foundation of creative expression in the urban community. Going to a fancy restaurant or establishment in the city to see and hear a performance, urban city cafe music, innovation, expression, finding your identity, the communion between man and musical instrument as an extent of human essence, one style influencing another, adding to its own form of expression to another as string swings. Percussion creates a discussion from baseline to baseline. Smooth, clear, no confusion, discord between keys and chords. Open mind to your soul's true reflection. As the music flows, moving through the depths of my soul, energies and frequencies merge together in harmony, unifying notes of scales from head to tails, visions of tall buildings, the busyness of business, industrial innovations as you commute to your desired station. Just tune in to the station of musical genius and creative cultivation. As I hear music, I hear the universal language of the human spirit.
Nice. Wow. So I'm a lover of music. And some of that you were saying, I can definitely relate to that. I mean, I love all types of music, all genres. And so it's very true about how music affects us, how, it does go through our body and it can change your mood. It can, make you happy or sad. And so, what about you? What struck you? What made you create that? Are you a lover of music or?
Yes, I like all types of music, from hip hop to Afro beats, R&B music,
Yes.
different types of music. But I wrote that as I had a discussion with another poet on a different group that I was a part of years ago, and we had done this poetry prompt based on different types of music. So that's where that came from.
Oh, nice, nice, nice. I wrote a little poem. I've got to find it in this book, but I will I'll definitely remember that because like I said, I love music and just that explanation and how you dove into that. I think that's very interesting. So thank you so much. This poem I'm gonna read is called If I Cease to Seize the Moment. If I cease to seize this moment, I will dwell within lament. I will live with self-chastisement and feelings of regret. If I cease to seize this moment, all the plans inside my mind will begin to minimize and then be left behind. If I cease to seize this moment, then I will never know how the greatness I once sought could have been nurtured and well sown. And if I cease to seize this moment, I will never see the person that I always knew I had the power to be. And so This poem, when I read it, it gives me chills because I think the older you get, you realize how precious time is and seizing moments, you know, sometimes there's a moment when you need to say something to somebody and maybe before times you wouldn't say something, you know, you just, oh, keep quiet and let it go. But as you get older, you find yourselves, you find yourself, you know, speaking those words and saying those things because they impact people. And so, you know, this show is actually, you know, seizing a moment where we're all coming together from different parts of the country, you know, and whoever is listening, you know, it's speaking to their experiences as well. And so, I love Clarice. I love her books. They're amazing. So, thank you for that. And who is up next? Is that Miss Sylvia?
It's me.
Had a quick
Okay, girl.
question.
Oh,
Yes,
Have you heard from Tina at all? Because she usually up here.
I know. I'm looking. Well, she said, she's trying to reinstall Zoom.
Mm,
oh, yeah, it's been having
And,
some bugs.
yeah.
Mhm.
And so, let me try to get her, because she did text me and I asked her if she was coming on. Let me see, hang on 1 second. We'll just do a quick pause really quick. Okay, Sylvia, go ahead and speak yours and then I'll try to reach out to Tina.
Okay. This one is called Spirit, and I wrote it when I was having that awakening of the soul moment.
Yeah,
Where it's like, hey, you gotta look in the mirror and face your demons.
yes.
So poetry has helped me get through a lot of stuff, quite honestly.
Poetry is
All right.
life.
Yeah. All right, so here we go. Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Align my steps in the authority of the highest order. Let me not stray from my destined path. Slay my demons and release any grip on me they've ever had. Trust in your guidance to my victory. Help me dismiss the things that aren't meant for me. Allow me to absorb you like supernatural beta carotene, nourishing my third eye so my enemies can't blind me. Grant me patience for the things I can't quite yet understand. Show me mercy as I try to understand your plan. I will move in silence and trust this higher power, because you are the dark knight that will rescue me from the dragon in the dark tower. I know you're with me, even though I cannot see, celebrating every move I make that brings me closer to my destiny. Walk beside me through the fire of truth, so I can emerge immovable in the likeness of you.
Wow. Wow, amazing.
Thank you.
Wow. So you talk about poetry is life, and it really is. I know a lot of poets, they write their pieces from experiences, and it's at that moment, there's so many words in your head. Hi, Tina, welcome. And
Hey,
so,
Paulette. Sorry I'm late.
oh, no, it's okay. I'm just talking to Sylvia. So Sylvia, it's, you know, you're going through something and all of a sudden all these words come in your head and you don't write them down. It's like, oh my gosh, when you go back to it, it's like, wow, all of that was going on at one moment, you know, and
Absolutely.
it's mind blowing as to
Absolutely.
like all of the thoughts and the processes that you're going through in that moment. And when you go back and
Absolutely.
look, it's like once you're over it and you go back and read it, it's like, wow, you feel like
Yep.
a growth period, right? Like, wow,
Exactly.
I feel so
Yeah.
much better than that day.
That day. Yeah. Exactly.
Amazing, amazing. Okay, so Miss Tina, you are up. Welcome. Tell us, I think everybody knows you except for Chris, right?
Hey,
Hey,
Hey, Tina, this is Chris. Chris Tina, he's a new poet on the show. Go ahead,
Nice to
Tina,
meet you.
and Tina has a new book out called Love Don't Hit that just
Yes.
dropped, and so
Oh,
congratulations.
congratulations.
Thank you. I'm excited.
Yes, and she just did a book signing, and so her book's really hot. So on Amazon, check it out. Get your copy. She's also on the cover of BWA magazine for May. Woohoo! Just launched today, so that is available as well. So, Tina, go ahead and give us something today.
Okay. I hope my grandkids don't disturb y'all in the back.
It's
But
okay. You look beautiful, by the way.
I'm so tired. They wore me out. But okay, so this one is called Satan's Lies. Devil, you can't keep stopping me from my destiny. You lied and took control of me. I did everything you said to do, almost ended up dead too. You promised the world to me and pursued me endlessly. I actually thought that you loved me. You served it up good and hot on a platter. But what did it matter? It was all deception, all lies. But Jesus is my Lord, my alibi. Christ promised me the tree of life. Meanwhile, all you gave me was beatings, hell, and strife. My future looked bleak and black, but I listened to my Savior's voice, and he gave me my life back. Now I'm running back on track to save my soul and enjoy the gift of life that God gave back.
Wow. I love that.
Yes,
Wow.
that's
So where did that
that's one of
come
the
from?
that's one of the poems that'll be in my poetry book on how I survived domestic violence.
Wow.
So that'll be the second book.
Yes, yes. So while we're talking about your books, tell us a little bit about Love Don't Hit, and go ahead and promote your work.
Okay, so Love Don't Hit is a novel about a couple that is in distress. So they're both very successful, but Torian, he has a rage problem that stemmed from his childhood. And so he meets Raquel, who's beautiful, she's educated, and he basically sets out to destroy her. And it's just, it has so many twists and turns, and it's just one of those books you literally will not be able to put down. One of my friends just read it, and she said she read it in 4 hours. And
Wow.
so it's what it is, it's not my story, but it's somebody's story. And my message is to let people know that people are dying in these relationships, whether it's physically, mentally, spiritually, and that it's time to break free and live your true, authentic life
Yes,
before
yes.
somebody ends up dead.
Oh, yes. And that brings me to a story. You are so right about that, because in the news, I don't know about you guys on the East Coast, but here on the West Coast, people are going crazy. You got one segment that's going through homelessness, and everything's expensive, food and gas and all of that. And then not too long ago, there was a couple in a rich part of Orange County. I guess they had a dispute, and so the wife and a good friend went to a restaurant. And so while they're at the restaurant, the ex-husband comes, and they get into an argument at the restaurant. And
Oh
and the
my God.
ex-husband ends up shooting her best friend and some other people, and it just turned into this chaotic thing. over
Ah.
who knows what they were arguing about, something about they were getting a divorce or whatever. And so
My God.
when you talk about, I mean, here, look at the other people. This was like a spaghetti factory type of restaurant. So you have family, kids, and all of that. And then all of a sudden, this man that's, you know, enraged,
I
he starts shooting people. And so it's very important. Hi there, babies. Very important about what you're
I
talking
wanna
about
say
because
hi
it is
too.
real. Hello. Okay, so we're going to let's see, move on. I think Chris is next. Go ahead, and Chris, go ahead and give us another. Is it Chris's turn or is it Ace?
I think Ace was before me.
Okay, Ace, you're up next. My bad.
Yeah, it's all good. I'm gonna do this piece. This piece is from my first book, It All Makes Sense. And it's called Mother Africa. Dearly beloved, a moment of silence will not suffice to your supreme excellence. One look at my skin and it's known that I'm not supposed to fit in. They are like brothers and sisters who reign heavenly from your queendom. Mother, you give me this beautiful black fist, tense, one-dimensional, not subject to change, yet simultaneously representing both unity and strength. And while this is known to start wars, you taught me to do more. You taught me to unclench my fists in order to love all mankind. Mother Africa derived from Mother Earth, we're eternally grateful for your worth. Peace and blessings, Mother Africa.
Wow, I love that. I love that, Mother Africa. Yes.
Like she's clapping. You like that?
Okay, all right, so Mr. Foster, go ahead.
Okay. I am poetry. I am the essence of expression, the embodiment of my creative style of writing. I am the pain, joy, and beauty of all the ups and downs I have experienced throughout my life. I am the spoken words I write. I am the spoken words I live. I am poetry. I am the seed, the water, and light that helps my poetry grow. I am the creative vessel that houses this poetic soul. Yes, I am poetry. Every poem is like fruit produced on the branch of the facets of a personality. Behold the roots that run deep, purifying toxic impurities in modern day society. I am poetry.
I love that. Nice.
Thanks.
Yeah, baby.
All right, perfect. I had one, but it's got it's a little risque. And so we have children among us, so I'm not gonna say that.
Oh no, it's
Um,
okay. Nyla, you wanna
No,
go
no,
to bed?
no, it's not.
She said, no, that's okay.
Okay, so you go ahead and go ahead, Tina, and I'll wait a minute.
Okay. All right. So this one is called, let me see. Look. All right, so this one is called Daddyless Daughters. Oh, Daddyless Daughter? You abandoned me before, Nyla, be careful you don't knock down the light. You abandoned me before I was even born. What did I do that was so wrong? By abandoning me from a young age, it was an insidious act that boxed me in a cage. No one to teach or help me reach my goals. You forgot your role. You were supposed to be my father and love me unconditionally. Instead, you chose to abandon me. How did your life turn out? Mine was hard and full of unsavory lessons. What's your life about? All I would have liked was a confession, but all I have is daddyless pain and hurtful lessons. This is your legacy that you have chosen, so you need to stop running and own it. This is your legacy, filled with daddyless pain, and in the end, neither one of us will gain.
Wow, I love that.
Amen.
I love it. I love it. I have daddy issues. And so I could definitely relate, only because I had two daddies. And so the one that took care of me is passed away.
Wow.
So definitely that's real. Wow.
It is real. So many girls are didn't have a father growing up, and they are in very bad relationships and just taking all kinds of stuff that if they had a father there to teach them what to accept and what not to accept, their life could have turned out different.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And thank God for stepdads. You know, my stepdad
Yeah.
stepped in and you know, not even realizing that he was taking me on daddy-daughter dates, going to, you know, the baseball games and things like that. And so teaching me, you know, how how to interact, you know, and that type of thing. And so that's very, very important. Wow.
Very important.
Well, thank you for that.
You're
So
welcome.
you know how Nairobi, she would write poems with songs, right?
Mhm.
So one of my favorite artists, which I'm sure you all know, Prince. So I sort of wrote something, but like I said, it may get a little bit, you know, I don't want the kids to be like, oh my God, what is that? You know.
Oh no, well, she's too little and she's into her own world.
Okay.
She's into
I'll go for it. I mean, this is, you know, my first time reciting it, so tell me what you guys think.
Okay.
So, well, one, we've had a lot of rain here in California, a lot of rain, historical rain. And so this is kind of where it came from. One day in California, it rained so much it looked purple. I remember that day. I saw you drive up in that little red Corvette. You had a raspberry beret, you know, the kind you find in a secondhand store. You got that look. I said, baby, what's your phone number? 777-9311. I want to go to Erotic City with you. I'm not a nasty girl, but nothing compares to you. I was just thinking, if I was your girlfriend, would you leave me standing alone in a world so cold? I want to be your lover, your sexy MF, your private joy in Paisley Park, your lady cab driver. Let's work. Let's pretend we're married.
That is
Wait, what was that? Housequake. Oh, aftershock. Shut up already.
I love.
Damn.
That was beautiful. I love Prince. That was perfect.
And I was like, oh my gosh. So when I was writing it, I had his music playing and, you know, was jamming too. So I thought it was kind of fun.
Yeah.
That was great. Great. I loved it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So who is up next? That's Miss Sylvia. We'll go one more time.
Yep. All right. So this one is called Be Your Peace. I don't know if you guys are paying attention to social media, you know, all these women are talking about what a man can provide and what he can give me. And they kind of forget that men are people too.
Yes.
So this is what the inspiration is behind this one. So let me be your peace, the place where your soul is at ease. As a man, I know you go through things I don't understand, but together we can get through it. Just take my hand. Here you can always release everything you have to endure in the streets. The chinks in your armor are deep, but you don't need that armor to protect you from me. With me, you can be yourself. I will cherish and protect your mental health. Here you can lay down your burdens. Confide in me. Tell me why you're hurting. I won't weaponize your emotions. I can see that you're tired, frustrated, and broken. Just trying to find a way through when it seems that the world is against you. Peace of mind is what I can give and provide a place for your dreams to live. You carry the weight of the world on your back. Rest for a while and let me pick up the slack. Laying in my arms will replenish your strength. My time is yours when you need it, no matter the length. No, I don't think any less of you, even when the world gets the best of you.
Wow. I love that.
Thank you.
I love that.
Yeah.
So you're the alternative to all these other ones that.
Uh-huh. Unpopular opinion. Yep.
Yes, yes. You know, I love that because social media, man, it's an exploitation of so many different types of characteristics. And
Yeah.
a lot of them I don't agree with, like that's not me. And it's
Right.
like, you know, but they're Black women that are, you know, portraying
Yes.
these. And it's like, oh my goodness.
Yes. It's awful. It
It
is
is.
awful. Like,
It
and they're
is.
filming themselves on dates. Like, and if they don't like it, they're putting these men on blast. And then you wonder why they don't want to talk to anybody.
Exactly.
You know,
The
y'all
good
are gonna
ones,
wind
they
up
don't want to
alone.
talk to us because they think that we're like, oh, you know, all of the bad ones.
Yeah, yeah, and they don't want to get embarrassed.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Wow. Wow. I love that. Well, thank you
Thank
for
you.
bringing that to light.
Thank
Because
you.
it's huge.
Mhm.
All right, Mr. Ace, you got one more for us?
So I didn't actually have a piece,
Okay.
but I did have like an announcement though.
Sure.
I think some of y'all in here already know, but I put out a project, and I think it was on the 20th of January, right before my birthday, and it's on SoundCloud. I can put the link in the chat, you know, to make it
Okay.
easy to access. But it was basically my words, some old pieces, some stuff I never put out before in books, and I think it came out to 8 tracks, and then my buddy in Sweden did the beats, so he actually did the production behind it, so there's music with it. And it was a really dope experience. I wouldn't think I'd be able to work with someone in another country, but it turned out pretty good. So
Wow.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
please put it in the chat. Now, is that the piece from, was it Flowers?
No, this is something else. This is
Something
something totally
else?
different.
Oh,
Yeah, this is
okay.
something different,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. You know what? We should have shared that. I mean, I'm sure it's dope. I love
Yeah, I appreciate it.
the music to poetry. I mean, that's what music songs are, really. They're poems.
Mhm.
You know, a lot of these songs, Tupac, gosh, what's the other guy that passed away recently? A lot of his work was he was a rapper. Um, gosh, he was also an actor. I cannot think of his name. I can see his face, but I'll
He
think of
passed
it.
away.
Um,
You said he passed away. He was a rapper
he
slash
was a
actor.
rapper, and he talked really funny, like a, you know, and he always barked like a dog.
Oh, DMX.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
DMX. That gave it away, the barking.
yeah. I'm just saying. I'm just thinking. I'm like, huh?
Yes, DMX. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Some of his lyrics are so deep. I mean, if you read it, it's like, oh my goodness. And so, but all of them, you know, you read those rap songs, it's poetry. They're telling stories. It's amazing. So, okay, so who is up next? So Rob, you have you're gonna send that in the chat so we can all listen to that at some point. Share that, please.
Yeah, appreciate
And I'll
that.
definitely share it on the page. So the Poets Lounge has its own page on Facebook. And so for those of you, if you're watching right now, if you missed any parts of the show, you can, it will be rebroadcasted on the Poets Lounge Facebook page. So you can also go there and see other shows, and we'll put Rob's information up there as well, so you can watch that as well. So thank you for that. Okay, so who do we have next? Mr. Foster?
Yep, I'll go again.
Okay, it is dark. I can't see you. I see your glasses. All right, there you are. Michael Kors. I love that. Okay.
Okay. From a nobody to a broken body becomes a somebody through writing poetry. pulling myself up by the bootstraps, but I'm not wearing boots. Barefoot, grounded by my poetry roots, looking for that something to fulfill me like a missing tooth. Silenced by silence, seeking, soul searching, inner working to discover, uncover, and speak my truth.
Wow, I love that. I thought you were gonna keep going.
No, that was a short piece. I have
Uh,
different, different types of pieces. So some are
Right.
short, some are long.
Yes, I love that. I love that. Beautiful. All right, Miss Tina. Let me unmute you here. Okay, unmute yourself. I think I had muted you. There you
Oh,
go.
yeah. Okay. So this one is called Are You Sick? Imagine being sick and your doctor tells you, I can't help you. Imagine if your doctor is your only hope. He's all you have, all you believe in. Well, I think that's a sin. We have a heavenly Father who has the final say in our demise. So you don't have to cry. We have a hope and a present help in the time of trouble. That's what happened to me, but I have a savior named Jesus who told me, I'll heal you through natural doctors. To show me there is another way, Jesus has the final say. If all you have to save you is a man in a white coat and a stethoscope, then you're already dead.
Wow.
Look.
Wow, that's deep. Where did
Yeah.
that one come from?
Well, when I got brain disease and the doctors didn't know what was wrong with me, and then when they finally found out after like the 12th MRI that I had encephalitis, which is inflammation of the brain, and it has a high has a high fatality rate. So they told me, well, it happened already, and there's really nothing we can do. Meanwhile, I was in agony. I couldn't eat. The right side of my face had collapsed, like as if I had a stroke, and I was in constant pain. And they were like, "There's nothing we can do." They were like, "It already happened." So that was it.
Oh, wow.
And if that's all I had to depend on, I'd be in trouble. But I just kept praying to God, and I just trusted and believed that He was going to heal me. And He sent me to this natural doctor who did.
Wow, amen to that.
Yeah.
Devil's a liar because you're here right now.
Amen.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yep. Yep. But that just goes to show you, like, there's still a disproportionate amount of care given to minority women.
Yes, it is. I'm glad you brought that up. And it's so
Like my nails?
minority women aren't treated the same. We aren't diagnosed the same. We're not given the same type of health care, proper health care. And it's awful. And so I think that, like what Tina did, you find yourself going to other methods, to like to the Chinese doctors that will, mix you all kind of teas up to drink and heal you that way. Or, to people that, great grandmothers who know how to make something for you to drink and it'll cure everything.
Some good old salves.
Yeah. Yeah, so wow, that's amazing. Okay, I'm gonna read this one. It's called Climb. And it's from Clarice's book. When I started my ascent, first climbing one rung, then two, you tossed dirt down on my face. And thought I'd be through. But I brushed it off and I kept on, climbing to 3, then 4. And you shook the ground so very hard, thinking I'd brave it no more. But I held on tight and I kept on climbing to 5, then 6. You blew hot wind down and I will admit it burned, but I held my grip. I look ahead, almost there, climbing 7, then 8. And you stomped with a fury that was so great. So filled to the brim, you were with hate. But I did it. I finally did it, reaching 9 and then 10. So remember our little story and never doubt upon me again. And so this one for me is like, to all those haters out there and people, not so much haters, but they're like naysayers and Debbie Downers, those type of people that they just, they try to put clouds over your sunshine. And so you have to press through, no matter what,
Absolutely.
because people, you don't know what their reasons are, why they're doing that. But it exists. And so it's really just pressing through those dreams and goals and things that we have, or that we want to do, that we're trying to pursue, no matter what anybody says. If God gives you a vision, you have to like stand, straight with that, and people are gonna throw rocks at you. And so I thought this was a good reflection of that. It reminds me of, that climbing that ladder, getting to the top of success. So okay, so let's see. Mr. Ace, I can share my screen and go ahead and play your piece
Nah, it's cool. That's something like I'd rather you enjoy that on your own
on
time.
your own. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All
because
right.
I don't know if the playback will come back as you know what I mean.
Right. No, I hear you. I hear
Yeah,
you.
it's all
Okay, well,
right.
I'll definitely put it on the Poets Lounge page.
Okay, I appreciate that.
All right, cool. Okay, does anyone else have one last poem? We got about 5 minutes before we wrap up. Okay, Miss Sylvia, go ahead, girl.
Just kind of referring back to what you were talking about getting to the, success and basically believing in yourself.
Yes.
So give me 1 second. All right, here it is. This one's called Shine On. Take a moment and feel the breeze. Forget your troubles and let your mind be free. The weight of your problems is not a finality. It's temporary. Don't plant roots in that mentality. We get caught up in this thing called life, wearing sunglasses because we fear our own light. It's okay to sometimes not get it right. Just get back up and keep your goals in sight. You have to be your biggest fan. You can withstand more than you think you can. Trust that when you fly, you will safely land. But life is hard, so don't be afraid to ask for a hand. What's yours can never be borrowed. Don't drown yourself in your own sorrow. There may be times that you may feel hollow, and acknowledging that is a tough pill to swallow. So just take it a day at a time. Stay in the current moment, ignore the clock's wind. Move with grace and leave the past behind. Take off those glasses and let your light shine.
Love that. Wow. Thank you so much. Wow, you are amazing. I
Thank
love
you.
your work. I absolutely love it. And before we hop off, please, everybody, put your email in the chat for me. And that way I can have your information. So when we meet again, you can get the link and all of that. Wow, this has been so amazing. So happy that all of you have joined us today. Thank you to all of our audience that have tuned in to the Poets Lounge. We meet on the first Friday of every month. And so let's see, our next show, I did have that. We are June 7th. Yeah, that's our next show, is June 7th at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to sign off. Thank you to all of the amazing poets that have blessed us tonight. Wow. You guys, I love you guys. I love your work, and keep on writing, keep on, sharing and really just sending your message out there, because people need to hear it. And so that's one of the purposes of this show, to exploit your talent and to really get it out there. So without further ado, you guys all have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you next month on the Poets Lounge. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Mr. Foster. All right,
Bye.
let me
Have a
stop
good
this. Okay, everybody have a good one. Okay,
too.
we're not live anymore. So, okay, we'll see you next month, and I'll shoot you an email. Miss Sylvia,
Yes.
what size shirt do you wear? I'm gonna just send you one.
Is it, what is it, like a unisex or?
Yeah, they're unisex, small, medium, large. I mean,
I'll
kind of
probably
normal.
do it like a 2X.
Okay, I think I got one here for you. So,
Okay, thank you.
I will email you and get your information and
Okay.
send it off to you. Thank you so
Thank you.
much. for
Appreciate
being
it.
on the
Thank you.
show. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Okay, have a good
Bye-bye.
one.
You too.
Bye. Let me see, Miss Tina. Are you still there? Oh. I can't hear you. You gotta unmute. There
I'm
you
still here.
go.
Ooh,
What's going on?
this little girl's busy.
Oh, I know. It's all good.
Say
We
hi,
got
Nyla.
through
She
it.
want to say hi. Say hi,
Oh,
Nyla.
hi. How are you, Nyla? Nice to meet you.
Do you like my nail?
Beautiful. I love it. How old are you?
6.
Years
Six.
old. Wow. Okay.
Do you
Awesome.
like my picture?
I love it.
It's
I love your
not.
picture. It's really pretty.
I love it too. It's
Yeah.
right here.
I
Six
haven't
going on
I haven't talked to your
25.
grandmother in a long time.
No, I said 6. You're 6 going on 21, and she goes, "You're 60."
Oh,
How old are you?
I'm 60, Nyla.
Mm,
Anyway, we haven't. Did you hear what Miss Paulette said? We haven't talked for a long
we
time.
haven't talked in a minute. I was gonna talk to your grandma for a second.
So why don't you go in the room, okay? Nyla, please, just for a few minutes.
no.
Nyla, go in the room for a few minutes, please. See how you're not listening? She don't like to listen.
Oh. Well, Miss Nyla, so I tell you what, if you listen to your grandmother, then I'm gonna send you something in the mail. If you listen to her, I'm gonna send you a surprise, and you're gonna get it in her mailbox, and she's gonna give it to you. But you have to listen. Do you want it? It's gonna be a cute little surprise, something for you to play with. And you can draw, okay?
So you're gonna
A
listen.
color book?
I don't know. You have to listen
Surprise.
first. You'll see. It's gonna be a surprise.
Right, so you gotta listen and go in the room for a few minutes, okay?
And
bring
then
your
I'm gonna send it off. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
So go in the room then. Say, okay, thank you, Miss Paulette. Nyla, did you hear what I said?
Okay, well then I guess I'm not gonna send it.
No.
Okay, well just give us 5 minutes so we can talk. Just 5 minutes. Okay?
Oh, I can't hear.
Because we're adults.
We're
Mom.
adults.
Yeah, you can't
Okay,
always.
so it's okay,
Nyla.
Miss Tina.
This
It's
is
all
this is
good.
what I go through with them.
Oh, yeah, no, it's all good. I understand. You're busy, but you know what? It went really well.
It did.
Every
It was-
time there's like new people that pop up, which is great. You know,
I
I
love
guess,
it.
yeah, I think that Ace invited
Do that, Nyla.
What?
Don't write on there.
oh, wait a minute, hold on 1 second.
This is what I use.
Hang on 1 second. Hi.
Okay. It doesn't come on. See what you did?
So my nails so cool.
Oh, I'm good. How are you? Hey, you know what? Wait, hold on one second. Okay, Tina, I gotta take this call. So,
Okay.
we will chat. Call me later, you know.
Yes, yes, because we gotta talk. I got
Yes.
I ordered the
Hang
magazine.
on one second. Okay, all right.
Are you
Cool. I'll
still
talk
give
to you
me
in a little
toy?
bit.
All
Are you
Hey.
right.
still give me
Okay.
toy?
Nyla,